Abraham, Moses, David, Jesus, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May God's peace be on all of them. Those who did not receive the message due to being born deaf, dumb, and blind, or retarded, dying in childhood, etc. All human beings, for whatever reason, they justifiably did not hear the message. They have a position they can raise before God. Such will be brought back during the same period, and a prophet will be sent to them, a messenger from God will be sent to them, and the choice of belief in God or disbelief in him will be presented to them, and they will be given instructions by that messenger, and those who follow the instructions will then go on through the resurrection of everybody else as among the righteous. Those who do not follow those instructions will be raised among the evil. So everyone will have a choice. Nobody is judged without the message having been brought to them, as Allah stated in the Quran, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا, that I will not punish anyone until a messenger has been sent to them. At this point where people have been raised and they stand clothed, the Prophet, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, stated that no human's feet will move a step forward until he or she is asked about four things: about their lifetime and how they spent it, about their knowledge and what they did with it, about their wealth, how they earned it and how they spent it, and about their bodies and how they utilized them. These four questions are questions which all of us should reflect on. These are among the first questions which will be asked of us at the time of resurrection. Our lifetime and how we spent it, whether we spent it in frivolous matters, wasting our energies, or did we use it in ways which are pleasing to God, which we can stand before God and seek his grace? Or the knowledge that we received, did we act on that knowledge? The people before us, nations before us, were cursed because of not acting on the knowledge which they received. This is repeated in the prayer Al-Fatiha, which we recite every day. When we say Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim, when we ask Allah to show us the path of those, guide us to the path of those who have been blessed. غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, and not the path of those on whom is Allah's anger and who have gone astray. The Prophet explained that those on whom is Allah's anger are the Jews, because of the fact that they received the message. Many prophets were sent to them, more in number than any other nation that we know of on the earth. Though prophets were sent to every nation and tribe, as Allah said in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ يَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ, that I have sent to every nation a messenger calling them to worship Allah alone and to avoid the worship of false gods. However, the Israelites received a large share of prophets, and so they were exposed to knowledge to a greater degree than any of the other nations of the earth. However, they did not act on that knowledge. Instead, they changed the books of revelation which came to them. They killed their prophets, which is still recorded in the Old Testament till this day. They spread lies about the prophets. If we read the stories of the Old Testament today, the descriptions which are contained in it about the prophets of God, those who God chose to be righteous guides to humankind, they have turned them into the most corrupt, evil, sick elements of society. They're described in terms which we wouldn't want to be associated with. These are the prophets. And these are the lies about the prophets, told by those who had knowledge of the prophets. So, when Allah has informed us about this state of affairs, it is not for Muslims to point the finger at the Jews and say, well, you all didn't act according to that knowledge, so God has cursed you. It is about realizing that we will enter into the same state if we do not act in accordance with the knowledge that we have. If we do not convey that knowledge, as the Jews made their religion a private organization, not welcoming members, a private club. We have, to some degree amongst Muslims today, the same kind of attitude, where Muslims will live amongst non-Muslims. They will have classmates, workmates, etc., who are non-Muslims, and they will never say a single word about Islam to them. Such a state is a cursed state, as we will see when we look at some of the various conditions of people on that day. But specifically in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has stated with regards to such who would hide that knowledge, إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون. Indeed, those who hide the clear messages after it has been revealed to them in the scriptures, such are cursed by God, cursed by Allah, and cursed by all who would curse. So the knowledge that we have, we will be asked about. What did we do with it? Did we apply it? Did we convey it? And the wealth that we have, how did we earn it? So many Muslims today earn their wealth through haram means, forbidden means. They work in companies, organizations, etc., whose goals are forbidden in Islam. And they have found justifications for it. However, on the day of judgment, those justifications will not be accepted. And our bodies and how we use them. Did we use them and abuse them? Or did we use what Allah had given us to aid us in worshiping Him and to convey His message and to live according to the life which He has prescribed? After this, after people have been questioned about these matters, we'll find that those who are disbelievers will face a series of humiliations